beautiful light. It's a beautiful light, don't you think? It's a beautiful light. It's a beautiful light.
All right, welcome back here into the matches. It's going to be DomiNation versus Big here on second map. First one was an absolute dominated performance via Big. Now let's see how they do an Overpass.
They will fare better, and already MSN has given them a much better start with a couple of kills before he's sent into a backflip by Hyped. But they have the numbers here, they have the control on short, they've dropped the bomb, and they've left Crimbo alone with his position already noted here outside Monster, so he should not be able to find much at all. And this is more like the DomiNation we were seeing yesterday, where they were absolute gods in the pistol rounds, and they were able to at least carry some of that forward then into the gun rounds as well. So hopefully we'll be seeing a better team today.
Yeah, just those shots from MSN were absolutely clean.
Worth noting, it was their T side they started yesterday on Overpass, and they struggled. They never really got going. I think they got like 4 rounds, and 3 of them were towards the end of the half, so it took them a while to wake up. Then they recovered a bit on the CT side, so the fact that they're starting on defense this time around, it could be a positive note.
Let's see if Grimmo can pick up a kill or two here. Dropping down in towards Connector. He has made some sound, does get a kill. He still has plenty of time if you consider this. Obviously, he hasn't got the bomb, so it's a massive ask for him to be able to pull anything out of the bag. But you know what? If you don't try, you never know. Aaron going to be on this angle, finds the kill. There you go. Never mind. Whenever I cast this map, I always think about Fnatic. They recently played it, obviously, in the major. They ended up losing out on this one in a massive fashion to ITP, rather, the British team. But before that, during ECL, there was multiple times, and also I think the ESL Pro League is like conference. The fact is, like, they kept on losing their T side, like 14 rounds on their T side, and then they bring it back somehow on the CT side. So I'm always nervous casting this, seeing any teams do badly on their T side rather. Let's see how they do. MSN starting it off
again.
Yeah,
is
no bomb last round.
Said needs to step up as well. At least pointed that out coming into the series. Never really got going on Inferno. No one did, in fairness. Amion should have a free kill here indeed. Crimbo was watching for it, so he takes a little bit of damage, but handled well enough. Everyone else on the Big side now grouped up outside of A. But he was quite aggressive with the MP9 in fairness. He's on an angle that could leave him exposed if he gets tagged initially by the scout, but no, he outputs some damage instead. It lets him back off in towards Connector, where he can just kind of hold the middle of the map at this point. Sure, rotations won't come back down.
We do have a couple of A1s here. They've really invested into this round from DomiNation. It's an interesting choice.
Maybe not expecting the force. The bomb didn't go down right in the first round, so maybe they thought the eco would come in and the rifles would be in round 3, so they probably didn't want a ton of weaker weapons. Instead now, they don't have utility to deal with these deagles and the scouts and such, and it's coming down to just straight up fights. And while they are winning them out, it's definitely costly, as you can see. Nice shot from tabseN. Rips off the head of Aaron. It was necessary. They're both heavily tagged at this point, so it's headshots are all around that they're going to need. And unfortunately, that's not going to be delivered. Instead, pushed down 2 players of Connector. They just pincer in towards the bathrooms and take a second round for themselves. But they lost a decent amount. It was 2 M4s, I think they dropped, right?
I think so. Yes, because they bought 4 M4s and 1 MP9. And honestly, in this kind of in the way the economy works on this, I think it's always worth having at least 2 MP9s, or like you know, not full buys.
Yeah, I like 2. That's kind of my sweet spot as well.
Yeah, I think that's like, it's like 3 rifles max, unless you somehow know, like you're in the head of the opposition, you know what method they're going to be playing against. Oh, Crimbo through the fire and flames. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a shocking result there.
Oh, he hits 1 on the D. Bit of damage followed up as well. I mean, 1 or 2 more kills at this point makes it more than worthwhile. They've already taken out Camion and Aaron, the 2 players who I believe fell in the previous round as well. So it's some damage adding up.
That's another rifle gone.
Yeah. They're making it costly. Obviously, they only now are getting the guns into their own hands, so we'll see if they can come alive in this first gun round or not. And actually make that damage worthwhile, capitalize on it.
Yeah, I am a bit worried for DomiNation here, because that was a lot of damage every single one of those rounds, as well as Big were finding a lot of good openings. It wasn't just the kills, it's the fact that they were able to pierce through some of the defenses there, so I'm interested to see how Big are going to be able to do going into this one with the full rifles, plus pretty much all the utility you could want. I think Crimbo was the only one lacking on some of the utility, but even then he had some and he's just used it. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a split play here. 3 over towards long, trying to expand their reach, take some of this free real estate that they are being given, because DomiNation are playing the majority over towards B in the moment with 4 players there. One up in heaven, ready to rotate back on over towards A, as bodito is trying to spot out any players on this long position, which he will see momentarily if he does look.
Think he spotted him? No. I thought you got the info with the jump peak, but maybe not. Either way, there we go. It should have been confirmed with that one from MSN. He's the messenger. He can send that over to everyone. Call out that. Likely there was at least a couple of players around there. They are definitely setting up for this A execute, but they're taking their time and they don't have presence anywhere else on the map. That's allowed for the rotations to come up. They have a 3rd player ready to help out already on this A bomb site. They're pushing B in the meantime for info as well. So, yeah, Big do need to get a move on real quicker. MSN's going to have the first line of contact over towards long. And a few kills with how the time's starting to trickle down now could be a real problem for Big.
I wonder if they're going to be able to counter that AWP. Aaron, meanwhile, not over facing in towards one of those. MSN's going to be in a whole heap of trouble. Aaron as well going to get tagged down heavily. It's ramping up. faveN takes one. The trade's going to be coming through, but back and forth. Bodito eventually goes down at MSN. He's backed up, unable to achieve anything, and he's going to be the last one left alive. This is what I was talking about. The gaps in their defenses. Big. They read them like a book. tabseN leading this team straight into the heart of the belly of the beast here. Over towards A, managed to take the site with only losing 1, and even then faveN was able to find a kill, so it's not really too much of an issue. They don't have a crazy amount of money, but with this obviously bomb going off and surviving with 4 players, they're going to be laughing all the way home. MSN keeping the AWP, and he is looking a lot better than that obviously last map we saw, but we're only now going through to the 5th round after this one. First round on the board here for Big. This is what I expected, and I don't think this is going to stop from here on out.
It's going to be difficult to stop anyway. I mean, even with the initial 3 rounds haven't gone their way, as we said, they lost 2 players in both of those anti-ecos, I believe, or well, anti-force buy and anti-eco, so they don't quite have what they need for the buy. It's a tempting position, though. They probably will go for it because Aaron's on a double eco. You have bodito who can get an M4. You have 2 players who can probably get FAMASs or something along those lines, so they'll pull out what they can, but as I said, it's not quite perfect. It's everything into this round now as well, so if Big do take this, they're going to take a 3rd round most likely off the back of it, and as you said, it will be very difficult to stop them.
They're going to be trucking on through this.
So little utility as well. No kit either.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
It's going to be difficult. They have to find these early kills, try to pick up a couple of rifles if they can. Crimbo is going to be the first one looking to face, AK in hand, and he's just going to be going in dry. Utility over towards between this out. The flash comes through. He gets the peek, gets the kill as well. Looking in for another one. He's hungry. Nade over towards water. That's going to land perfectly. And he does 22 points of damage. Not too much. And Aaron responds with a deagle of his own. Camion holding this angle on top of the wood stack here. Waiting, spots out the player, but far too slow and being able to react. And now the players are being able to push up. And faveN, he just cleans house. He just sends them packing. That has to be a save.
Yeah, it's 2 of the weapons as well. An M4 and an up. They'll be on a full eco in this next round, as you said. It has to be the save. I don't know if it's worth hunting here for Big. They have a couple players who have some money. They could send Hype and Keto out. It might be worthwhile. We'll see what they decide on. Either way, bodito and MSN are going to attempt to save these weapons forward. A few pistols around them, and as we said, most likely 3 on the board for Big, but they'll have a chance to at least make it expensive like Big were able to keep their own DomiNation's economy on the brink as well.
Yeah. They are going in for this hunt. I was expecting to play a little bit more passive, but this is smart. If they can take down AWP and MSN hands, they know that they at least try to make Long a little bit safer for themselves. Dito, he does spot them out. He decided not to go for the shots or for the repeat. He does give away his position, but it doesn't matter. Big were playing a little bit aggressive trying to find those players, but they weren't fully committing on the YOLO running around, which makes sense because they want to try and maintain their control. And with Hyped buying in of this AWP Dean, that they need to make sure they retain some of the money on the other players. You know, 5k on 3 of them, solid tabs on 2600 as well. This means that they're set up for a couple of rounds. DomiNation, meanwhile, USB on 3 of the players. This boost could be spicy. As they're setting it up, tabseN's going to be the first one through. He should be getting found here. Headshot comes through. He goes down. Send back in. Crimbo going to be pushing through into the grasp of MSN, who gets the kill. This could work in their favor if they can recover an extra gun here or 2. And there you go. Camion's able to pick up a gun. That's at least 3 rifles, and it's 3v5. So the body count is on DomiNation's side, but they only have 2 players. Armor Hyped. He goes over the peak. Aaron goes down, trying to recover that rifle for himself. Not going to work. And Hype knew exactly what they were going to be doing there. He's not going to expect maybe Camion to still be holding that position. Coolio, meanwhile, over towards long, supporting bodito. He's only got USP, though.
Yeah. Really the weapon you'd want. Bringing this back over towards Bodito, and if they move quickly enough, they should be able to get in before those rotations make their way down connector. But if they keep on taking their time, then the numbers at the very least should be here. The rotations will be fast. It's an 8k up close here as well on Monster. The timing, though, is unfortunate. That molly popped a little bit too soon. It didn't actually clear out the barrels for them. Thankfully, there's no one positioned there. Instead, MSN puts himself in the pit. The shadow gives his position away, but it doesn't matter. He still lands that initial shot before being overrun, giving his team at least a chance now in this 2-on-2 as the bomb goes down.
Oh, Hyped going down to bodito there. It's not good. Keto, last one left alive. Coolio's only got USP in hand, but that's still going to be deadly in here. This situation. The bomb is planted decently well here for Keto. He's going to be able to hold on to this angle for a little bit of a late play, but playing against 2 players plus the smoke on Coolio. That's going to go down, denies at least the visual aid here for this player. So he does have to go for the smoke spam. He gets the kill as well. Fantastic. Bodito, you would have had to hold that right away, and he hasn't not got time. So this is going to be another round on the board of a big, expensive one for them. Bodito is still going to be able to maintain this AWP, which was purchased on the 4th round, if I remember correctly, and has been carried through the last 3 rounds that the DomiNation side have actually lost. Well, 3-3 scoreline kind of expected here.
Yeah. I do hope DomiNation are going to come back to life now, though, and at least put up a solid fight. They want to aim towards 7 or 8 rounds, I'd say, on the CT side. As I said, their T side was not great yesterday, but it did get going. It just took a while to get there, so if they can do enough on the CT side now that they'll be warmed up, perhaps the T side is where they can put in a solid show. And Camion with the initial kill. I think it was a dink with the wall bang on towards Favin as well. Bodito follows it up after they heard the noise. Hyped will return 1 kill for Big, but it's an advantage sitting with DomiNation for the moment. And I think Big just want to try and charge this straight towards A, spotting out that player in on the bomb site. Aaron just needs to stay alive and keep this advantage right now for the retake.
This is a difficult one. Not been out on the site as easily as this, but they still managed to make it the way on. Peter's holding a very aggressive angle here. He looks away. I don't know if he'll spot it, but the wallbang is going to be coming through from Coolio once again. You know someone's going to be close to personal, but it's going to be tabseN going down. Keto too. It's going to be Hype. Last one left alive. Finds one. Camion goes down. The bomb, it is planted for him, but it's got an AWP and the smoke's going to be going down. Aaron going to be peeking through the top of the smoke. Gets the shot in. 6th kill on the board for him, 2nd of that round, and somehow, some way, DomiNation look to bring themselves back into this, taking the round advantage.
Yeah, not letting the, as you said, letting the advantage slip away at the very least. So they do want to keep this a bit more competitive than when we got back on Inferno, already with more rounds, actually, worth noting. considering Big's economy is not looking too great either. They're just spending the excess cash. It should be around here for DomiNation once again. Likely to sit up on 5, although I do not want to count out the AK, Mac-10, and the Tech-9s. They can all be very dangerous, especially when supported by so much utility as they do have. Straight to B as well. We haven't really seen any faster paced plays like this as of yet. It's the Mac-10 leading the way. Crimbo already opens things up. He didn't spot that second player somehow, so coolio gets away with a frag. Make that a couple as he continues playing in behind this smoke and just being a nuisance right now. Eventually dealt with, but he wasted a decent amount of time.
Yeah, good work, but the smoke was down over towards ABC. Keto's able to get the bomb down, so no matter what, Big are going to have a fantastic buy for the next rounds, plus doing all the damage they can to DomiNation, who aren't looking too good themselves. Hyped on the headshot onto Aaron, looking good. Bodito going on for the trade over towards Favin. MSN with AWP. Hyped, he knows this. He's going for the aggressive play. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. He's looking to go for this. Going to be diving around the ball, around the side, trying to find this kill, but he's missing so many shots. Eventually gets it. Picks up the AWP, but Keto gets the kill onto Bodito. Sorry, Bodito gets killed by Keto. That is such a weird, like, it's very familiar sounding. Yeah. I got lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a round they should be losing. Heartbreaking. It ruins the economy for DomiNation. They aren't quite on a double eco, but I mean, Cammy and Aaron aren't going to have the greatest of buys. They'll have their rifles, but not a ton of utility to back them up in the next round. Everyone else should be pretty flush, though. So they are happy to take the 1 eco. Just an MP9 in the hands of Coolio. A couple pistols being upgraded as well. A chance maybe for some damage, but Big should be taking a 5th round on this T side. And at that point then, grind out 1 or 2 more, take it towards 6 or 7. You've already got a good T side. Anything on top of that is just fantastic then as well. So it's a tough spot for DomiNation. This could very quickly spiral as Coolio and Aaron eat a nade there. Graffiti. Oh.
Oof. Bodito taking down Keto. Nice little bit of revenge for him, being able to get that kill. Crimbo. It's Cabby on me. Does take a lot of damage. That makes he taps it. Has to be careful. Only tagged for 20 damage there, not too bad. Coolio with the MP9 around that corner, backed up by the likes of Aaron. If Aaron can distract them, he might be able to pick up a kill here on tabseN if this player carries on pushing through, which it does look like he will be. Playing aggressive around these angles, you have to be careful. Bodito with the deagle as well. It's going to be a 3-step around this position as well. The wall bang is going to be coming through. They know he's here. They can now set up a play to go for this. The call must have been made. He comes through. tabseN eventually gets the kill. Has to go for the reload along with Coolio. Peaked by Favin. Fantastic plays, but Aaron, headshot comes through. MP9 in hand. His job is to do as much damage as possible. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock. They know where he is. It's being called, and tabseN's going to be playing slowly and carefully, methodically. Headshot comes through. Really good round from the side of Big. Only losing 2 players. The side of DomiNation, who are able to buy into this round fairly convincingly.
Yeah, it's decent enough. As I said, Cammy and Aaron were the only 2 that would have to make some sacrifices, and even then, they just don't get the helmets. They somewhat limit their utility, and they're looking pretty decent. Even then, actually, Aaron gets a couple flashes in the end, so he didn't have too many weaknesses at all. Big, though. Let's see if they can keep this up a couple rounds now in a row. They've started to chain things together. As I said, 1 or 2 more on this T side, and they're looking comfortable as the initial kill actually comes in for Aaron. I think that was a bit of a boost, perhaps, over the wooden panel there. Not 100% sure either way. Crimbo takes out Cammy, and as they said, just burst on towards B. They had success earlier on a weaker buy, so they decided, why not give it a go while we have the rifles? There's still 1 player in that pit to deal with, but didn't do too much yet. Waiting on his teammates instead to get into position, but Favin still clears it. Was not going to let that position slip away. MSN's alone, and with an op in his hands, I would consider saving, but that's not going to happen as he takes a bit of a peek.
Hyped is, I've been really happy, and it's been an enjoyable experience watching Hyped play with AWP, to be honest.
And they haven't been the greatest off in maps either. I mean, it was Inferno up first, and he made it look real easy there.
Yeah, he was playing the angles really well. I mean, a lot of it was quite sort of default on Inferno, how he was playing some of them, but his aggressive play style as well with AWP was kind of showing through, but there was some hesitation, so it's kind of what I want to see him change up on the CT side with AWP, as well as obviously there on the T side. But tactical timeout from DomiNation, the first of this map on their side. I don't think Big ended up using one at the start of this, so the chill time for DomiNation to try and collect themselves. You can see their economy is in tatters. They could buy a couple of pistols here, but realistically, with how expensive it is to do full buys on the CT side, you probably want to opt in for maybe max P250 on maybe 2 or 3 of those players with that cash in the bank. Which, we'll wait and see. We've still got 5 seconds. A couple of deagles. Golden rule: if you've got money for a deagle, buy a deagle. That's what they're doing, which, you know, it can work out if you can hit the shots. It can be worthwhile. We have seen Bodito do some work with the deagles so far.
Yeah, he's had it out for Keto, as we know.
Love it.
Camion. Anyone ready to flash for him? No, unfortunately, they have no utility, so we just wanted the dry peek, and well, Crimbo had just gotten himself into position, so he was ready to shut that down. 5-on-4, again, would have just been pistols in play here, and it would already been an advantage for Big as long as they stick together and trade out. There shouldn't be too much hassle, but they might be moving into a bit of a stack, so maybe a few kills can come true. Make it costly at the very least, as Favin gets insta-dinked. That is not fun. Finished off by MSN without even dishing out any damage, really. Thankfully, Keto is able to ensure the weapon won't be recovered quite yet. I don't think it will at all unless they rip his head off. Okay, Bodito on the deagle. Now there's 2 AKs. Bodito gets 1. Coolio should recover the other. In behind the bathrooms. There we go. And suddenly they have a shot at actually winning out this round. Bodito up in playground, or up in party rather. Gets himself 2 free kills, leaving it all unhyped now. We pointed out that he has been playing a solid series so far, but this is a 1-on-2 now that he needs to win to save the day, to stop DomiNation from stealing away this eco round, and at the very least he's made his way on towards A, where the bomb is going to be planted.
Molly goes out. It's not going to be doing too much. We're all going to be down this initial kill. He picks it up. I mean, the bomb is planted. He can now just play a little bit fun on this front. You should have an idea that next player's coming through here. He spots him out, flicks on, gets the kill. 1v2, easy peasy. Even with Bodito doing the best he can to try and turn this around for DomiNation, they just can't convert that situation where they had the advantage, the opportunity, and hyped. We were talking about him, like you were saying, the fact that he's just confident with this AWP and able to flick around with it. And that's exactly the playstyle we want to be seeing from him. So I'm excited. He's one of the names I do recognize from the DomiNation side. So I want to see them continue this on. And, well, this Hungarian team. I want to see some more proper players from Hungary. Maybe we can see some of these players shine through these qualifiers. It's going to take a lot. Still a couple of rounds behind. Big going to be one away from at least a half advantage. In default terms, anyway.
This is just not going well for DomiNation. It's definitely a bit of an improvement over what we got on Inferno, but since they are here on this CT side, they needed some real control, not a back and forth game, which has just left them quite vulnerable and exposed when they lose out these swing rounds. Bodito up close. They've flanked this position a couple times now, including the previous round when they stacked it with the pistol, so I was going to say it should at least be cleared, and indeed tabseN peeks through. Aaron up connector, only gets to drop on the 1, unfortunately. He might have had the opportunity for perhaps a little bit more there. Instead, it's the flank from Camion. Bites down on Favin, in on that bomb site as well. Coolio with a gap in the smoke actually does a ton of damage. Didn't quite get the kill on the hyped, but he's done enough to ensure that they're not ready to plant yet.
Yeah, he's going to need to reload this as well. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. With the
Not going for that is
M4A1S,
going to cost
it's
them.
not as common. He didn't know he was quite on 5 health, I guess. If he had the AK, he probably would have went for it.
Yeah. Oh, good play here from Camion coming through. DomiNation. They've got a chance by hyped. He's good at these aggressive angles. The flash going to be coming through, but it's not going to be on enough because tabseN, he's coming from behind, gets the kill, flash over towards back. He's going to be hyped, taking the peek, gets the kill, saves his teammate. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is that the headshot should have been heard because he dinked the player through that smoke, if I remember correctly, or at least connected with him. So that's why I was thinking, you know what, as soon as you hear the bomb plant going down, tried to go for the spam. He did only have 7 bullets, so it's probably smarter not to, so that if he did get pushed, he at least had a couple of bullets to shoot back on them. And that is the issue with the A1. Obviously, you save a lot of money buying into it, but you obviously lose out on 10 bullets. Can make the difference in these situations, but I've been seeing a lot more players sticking with the A1 even after the the change to the A4. Pistol bite plus a scout. faveN going to be able to find the first kill on towards Aaron, who has been playing fairly decently so far on this half. It's definitely a different map compared to Inferno.
Well, yes, this is Overpass.
Terrible.
I just love taking people.
Oh!
It is very difficult to see anyone there. You had his crosshair right on it, but it's just so dark.
Yeah. It's... I am actually kind of just pissed off with the fact that DomiNation picked Inferno.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I don't know what I was expecting, though. I don't know where they really could have taken it.
Anywhere else but there, I think. I get some of their reason as to want to do it. Obviously, they managed to beat out NIP on it, and they did dominate them, but...
They would have loved Ancient, but that was insta-banned.
Yeah, there was no chance. I mean, it was like, what, maybe Nuke? Because that was the... But they needed...
Yeah, maybe Mirage would have been the better way to go, considering Big lost Mirage to Hotu yesterday in overtime. Rather than leaving that as the decider, maybe let Inferno then be the decider. I mean, if they could have avoided Inferno altogether, that would have been preferable, but...
I think they should pick Nuke. I think that's it.
Nuke could have been a decent shout. Big also have a ton of experience there, but not great for them. I mean, yeah, it's a mixed bag. No matter where they went, I think this was going to be difficult as coolio. Yeah, gets 2 of them. Tried to press that issue and at least pull off the trade from Connector. It didn't work out. Bodito as well, once again, actually finds success with these initial kills in towards middle. He's been kind of a shining light in what otherwise has been a very dim game from DomiNation.
I was hoping for at least 7 rounds here from DomiNation's side, but that's now not something that they can accomplish. 6 rounds max. It's the 14th round at the moment. I think it's completely possible for this one. Hype getting tagged down to 28. There's another player who's going to be peeking in, gets the kill. It's going to be Keto. Last one left alive. He hasn't even got the bomb in his hands. The most he could do here is some damage and try to go in for some wild clutch, but in a 1v5, he finds one, now down to 13 HP. I mean, yeah, there's a, you know, some kind of point in saving this, but when your players have got so much cash in the bank, I don't think he's going to be given the chance. No, Camion coming through, getting the kill. Really well played by DomiNation. It's nice to see the bit of change of pace from them, being able to get these initial kills. And that's actually something we've been seeing, is that they can get these first couple of kills, like the first pick, from like bodito or so, in towards mid, wherever else. But after that, it's the follow-up where big counter-strat them, come in and be able to swing back with the trade-offs, that they lose grip. But that round, they're able to hold on to it. I don't know, maybe on this last round they can do the same.
Yeah, I mean, 6, and then if they come out with a pistol round, gives them a chance to maybe even head up towards 9 before the guns get going in that second half. You could see them getting themselves back into this game suddenly, but it's right into the action once again. Coolio is the man to find that opening kill as Crimbo went for a bit of a chaotic, crazy charge there in towards the B water. Hoped with his spawn to catch the aggression, since they have been pushing in towards there in the last couple of rounds. Maybe a bit of support would have been nice. Instead, most of Big, as you can see, positioned up around A, looking for a quicker approach, which is not something we've seen a lot since maybe the first gun round where they went right in for the execute. Good entry though. Oh, and Aaron tries to swing to avoid those players who had already come out long. Unfortunately, gets right into the crosshair of faveN.
Well played. Retake has to now come through. It's going to be a widespread from DomiNation. 1 through Connector. Up in towards mid. Second one as well from Party. And then we've got one coming up from heaven. coolio. He's going to be the man. The last one left alive as his teammates are slaughtered, and so is he. They found one at the start, but that's going to be all she wrote. As we go into the second half here on Big's map pick, we're going to go into a quick break. We'll see you soon.
give you all of my heart. And if I met you in the middle, babe, would you give me all your love? Come and meet me in the middle, babe, and I give you all of my heart. And if I met you in the middle, babe, would you give me all your love? 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 Your love.
Well, here we go. Seemingly live back in with this. DomiNation versus Big. Pistol round's going to be coming through. We're going to be missing a lot of kills here, but tabseN going to be able to pick up 2. Whoa, faveN, last one left alive here. 1v2. Going to be a bit of a spicy one. A little bit of a hard one, but he might just be able to pick up something. Have to retain at least some kind of scoreline for his team. First kill was going to be big, but now 1v1. Smoke goes down. That's going to be the indicator. But he knows it could also be bait. There are smokes that you can throw from that B short position, which is why you can see he's watching this spot. Trying to see if anyone's going to be coming through here. It's not going to be the case. No indicators. 55 seconds left on the clock. areN knows he has time to play with. Trying to see if anyone's going. If there's any information, if he can get the bomb down, that at least gives them a bit of a chance. Extra money in the bank. Which, ironically, he did also just check, and there you go. There's the indicator. Now faveN can make his way up here. areN pushing over towards bank, trying to clear this angle at the moment. faveN, what a great weapon for this situation. Unfortunately for him, he goes down. areN, fantastic play. 3 kills on this player. Coming through for his team.
Yeah, coming up big when it's needed, and no pun intended. And yet again, DomiNation managed to claim themselves a pistol round. This is what keeps them in the games. I would love if they started maybe improving on some of the gun rounds, but it's a start. Couple scouts though. I like this purchase from Big. Get a few tags on the scouts. Suddenly you have the Dig 5.7 and the MP9 that can get easy finishes, and yeah, it's heavy on the rifles as well. I like the mix though. AKs, Galils, and then 1 MAC-10. They've ensured that they have a good mixture of firepower and utility. And considering how much of a struggle this series has been so far, you do not want to give Big an inch to work with. As they group outside B mostly, but there is one player here around Playground that tabseN might have a chance of taking down. Just about missed them on the angle as bodito started to back away though. So it was all about just showing a bit of presence, maybe pulling some of those rotations forward and ensuring that the rotations are going to be long, as it will be for tabseN. As this B hit starts to come in, the initial kills are actually going the way of Big. They all are. faveN with a second. Not quite able to get the drop on coolio as the shot misses, but I mean, it's 2 on 4 and damage has been done as well. Hype gets the finish on the scout. It's all areN now. One of the standout players for DomiNation, sure, but he has a very difficult 1-on-3 he needs to clutch.
Managed to clutch out last time, but he doesn't have the bomb in his hands this time. AK is there though. tabseN's going to be pushing close and personal with the scout. Like I was saying, and I mean, like you were saying, the scouts are so scary on this map. As soon as you get those kind of tags, it just opens up for the MP9s, the pistols. And there you go. areN has been spotted. This means they can at least go in for a little bit of a, you know, informational play. The bomb has been spotted. Playing up aggressive. He gets the tag. That is so big. 1-shot kill now from either one of these guns, aside from maybe the MP9 through a wall. But it's going to be the pistol pushing up from height. To go for that gun, and the shot eventually comes through. Body shot finishes off areN, gets the kill as well as an AK in hand. That is a fantastic round from Big. Doing really well. DomiNation getting dominated again on the round in which they should have been able to convert into obviously a win for themselves.
I mean, it really was just the worst case scenario. You lose the loss bonus bump that you would have had otherwise, and end up with very little to work with on this force buy now, meaning if they lose this, it's going to be 13-6 before they get a gun round, and At that point, it's maybe just the one gun round. If that doesn't go well for them, it can be pretty much over already. So pressure is really mounting for DomiNation, as a very aggressive peak is coming in on mid. That's going to be dangerous. Hyped is still here as well as tabseN goes down. This is going to be trouble. One player in connector that he deals with, at least initially, so that'll take a lot of the pressure off for the moment, but he sticks around the fight on mid, and the Deagles are getting it done. Coolio and bodito both chime in, and suddenly it's a 4-on-2. Two of the weaker weapons left in the hands of Big as well, with a FAMAS and an MP9 just.
And an AK picked up in the hands of Aaron. This is scary. And this is why you buy Deagles when you can. Fantastic plays via DomiNation. 3 headshots from these Deagles. This is the turnaround. This is the moment we can bring some hype. So, you know, if you're chat and you're, you know, shit-talking DomiNation here, give them some love. This Hungarian team going to be looking to try and bring it back on Overpass, a map in which I don't think any of us had too much hope for. It's Bigger, absolutely solid on this one as well. Has just got the experience. Bodito and his teammates are looking to try and bring this back. The bomb going down, that's at least money in the bank, and I don't think there's any real way in which Big are going to be able to bring this through. Try to recover some guns. There's an A1 in the hands of Keto now. He has got a defuse kit. I think it's too much of a big ask. So that is going to be a save from them. 2 rifles, 1 upgraded one. The money is looking pretty trash for Big at the moment. They obviously haven't really got any round loss bonus on themselves as well. So this is actually going to be a really painful round loss here for Big.
Yeah, I mean, they just got torn apart. Very aggressive on mid, maybe a little bit overconfident because of the gap in rounds that they do have. We know DomiNation are capable players. It's not like they're going to pass up opportunities when given to them. Well, they capitalized with some really nice shots being landed. 7-11. A good recovery. Now it's actually Big who feel the pressure of the less loss bonus. I'm going to let it slip again in return. They only get 1900 in the next round, so it was 1400 they got there. Thankfully, they had a bit left over, so with the saved weaponry as well, there's an okay investment. But this time there's 4 AKs, 1 MP9, all the utility that DomiNation could ask for. They're in a pretty secure investment. Although Aaron doesn't have a helmet. See if that comes back to bite him.
Yeah, I mean, versus the obviously the A1 MP9 FAMAS, that is going to be damning. I think potentially it was worth it for his side. Just have to be a little bit careful. He has been a bit of a clutch player for themselves. But bodito too. Coolio has been doing some good work. tabseN with some of his kills. tabseN, still waiting for him to properly show up. He was able to get a couple of AWP kills on their CT side, but he wasn't really doing anything too magical. Well, looks like it's going to be an A hit here. You saw a little bit of presence over towards that B short position, but nothing too much. They thought about exploring it, but stayed in towards connector. tabseN, though, is going to be able to swing around, spot out a player. He's going to be able to get taken down, actually. tabseN and Hype's going to be able to pick up a double kill between them. tabseN with the trade-off, but the damage is done. The informational play here as well. Being placed down, they're going to be sitting above that smoke, and unfortunately for them, Coolio reads into this, gets the spray, gets the kill. tabseN, I think he heard a first step over towards long. I think Favin actually gave away his spot. Don't know if that was on purpose or not. I'd imagine it wasn't, but tabseN's now got this position on lock. Keto he looks away for but a second. That's enough for tabseN to read into this, but the Deagle coming through from Crimbo on top of Dumpster. Getting the kill. It's going to be a 2-on-2 situation now. Coolio, bodito going to be doing their best, but it's now going to be down to one player. Coolio to try and find this. His footsteps are heard. Crimbo going to be passing on the corner, trying to hit his shots. Eventually, Favin gets his own, and that conversion back is going to be tabseN for DomiNation as Big find their 12th round on their map pick.
Constant back and forth. I mean, again, it's better than what we got on Inferno from DomiNation, but it's just not enough. They've been successful here in the pistol rounds as well, and it's still just not enough. It seems like they're a little bit outmatched at the moment. And they keep the pressure on, but it's an AK and some Eagles, and it's a full investment as well. So lose this, you're down 14-7 after an eco, and you only really have the one opportunity then to get yourself back on your feet. So it's not a comfortable position to be in. We'll see if again they can find an upset. It has been happening, so I'm not going to count them out, but Favin kicks things off on a high note for Big this time around. So it's backs to the wall now for DomiNation.
Definitely a bit concerning here. Deagles in hand. We've seen what they can do with these guns, though, Dean. See if they can get some more Juan Deeks. Bodito. Keto's, fight off may well continue here as they push on through, but it's going to be coolio. We missed those shots. But it is what it is. Hyped. Going to be able to take that with the 2 kills here over towards B were fantastic. The bomb does go down. It gets picked up. And, oh god, oh, Hyped does manage to find his gun. I thought he lost it there. No, instead he's able to now push. It's going to be tabseN. And coolio, the last one. Go down. It's huge. tabseN spray. He wins it. Down to 6 HP, but I'll take that any day. tabseN, last one left alive, peeking on over towards ABC at the moment. He's going to get spotted out. He looks away. He's too busy checking the corners. Can't blame him for that, but unfortunately, a little bit too slow to the punch. He falls. That's going to be defuse as well. Decent start. I mean, coolio picking up those two kills as well for the Eagles. Absolutely big. But unable to convert it into a round win. It just seems like they're struggling as big. Suddenly have the experience and the cool head of tabseN to be able to bring this back for themselves.
Yeah, as you said, they've got the experience on the calls and on playing out these clutch situations when it does come down to it and nail, really. It's eco again, as I said before, now, so 14-7. There's some pistols in Kevlar at least, and we've seen them already win out with less. Unfortunately, they take so much damage from that molly. A molly and a nade, I think, combo down on the stairs, and they ran through it and have just been destroyed before they've even got vision of anyone. Okay, the one player who didn't take nade damage actually opens things up onto Hyped. And now they're swarming A. The numbers could still do some serious damage here. A player in on the bomb site. Keto, I believe, assisted by faveN as they shut it down. Without the damage, though, that would have been a lot scarier. I mean, even look, Keto down to 20 himself.
$14-7, 7 rounds ahead. Big looking super confident here on their map pick. Looking really good. So it's actually nice to see a lot of them. Well, 2 of the players at least have A4s instead of the A1s. So I do appreciate that. DomiNation able to come into this with an almost full buy. tabseN, Camion, and Bodito unable to purchase full utility, which they may suffer from, but they're looking to do a bit of a quick round over towards B, it seems. Which is unfortunate because there's actually going to be multiple players on over towards that B site too. Actually deep in, one toxic, one short, and one up in heaven. faveN peeking around this corner. He has spotted out. No, he didn't, but he's still going to be able to find one. Going for the second one as well. The spray's going to be coming through. The flash coming out. It helps him as coolio messed up his flash. The kill comes out and tabseN with the second and the third. Absolutely destroying these players. It was actually his second kill, not third. I can't count. I'm just now he's looking to try and pick up the third kill. Might get stolen away, but it does. It's Crimbro gets the kill, and that's going to be the 15th round on the board. tabseN and his crew looking at very convincing here. faveN, Hyped, both on 20 kills each, and definitely convinced with Hyped. I'm super excited to see how he continues on into the rest of this year after this game.
Oh yeah, same. Definitely an enjoyable player to watch, and he looks like a really solid addition to this lineup. So hopefully he can help them start finding some form. As we were saying, over their last 6 or so best of 3s, things have not been going too well. Did beat Movistar in their most recent, are looking good now versus DomiNation as well. So perhaps this has been the kind of change in fortune that they've needed as things start to spice up. A straight up B rush. DomiNation on a weak buy. They need to take some risks here if they want any hope. It's faveN in the pit. Only good for the one. They do overrun him. Crimbo also trapped him behind the smoke right now, is somehow staying alive and wasting time and actually coming away with kills. He's gotten himself 3. It's all onto coolio and the USP to finish it off. A quad kill from Crimbo. What a ridiculous kill in that map. And it really does show you how solid and big it'd be throughout. 16-7. A very one-sided best of 3, I've got to say.
Yeah, and I mean, right there at the end versus Crimbo, I think it was like Camion, if I'm right in saying, tried to go in for the knife in the smoke when he had just spent however long it was reloading his Galil after spraying with the 35 bullets. That's